Weakness to Warrior. Tell you a little story about myself. When I first picked this harmonica up, it took me a while to even learn how to play this. But I went on the internet and researched and did a lot of research and found, two schools, online schools. I mean, obviously you can't find a harmonica teacher in real life for, cheap. But I went to a place called Beginner to Boss by Luke. Luke is a great teacher. If you want to pick up the harmonica, I suggest you go look at him first. Took a year just learning how to play melodies and stuff like that. And then when I got to the end of that, I was looking to play the blues, which I'm currently trying to do. So I went to Tomlin Harmonica School, which is where I'm at now online. It's like $20 a month, so it's pretty good. But the backstory is when I first started with this, I was playing things like I couldn't get it down. And you don't know how many times I wanted just to throw this thing out the window. Like I didn't know how to bend. Now I know how to bend. I couldn't blow single notes. Now I know how to blow single notes. It took me like a whole year just constantly practicing. I would get down on myself and again, I would just want to quit. But every day I would go out there and do it. Every single day. I would practice the notes, practice all by myself out in the shed. It's called woodshedding because nobody wants to hear you out there blowing and making it sound like a freaking, singing cat. But the backstory of that is like, it got me out of my comfort zone. Like I picked the harmonicas because I can take it anywhere. I can go it if I'm flying on an airplane. I can do it in the terminal. Or if I'm sitting in a traffic jam, I can whip it out, anywhere. And after I completed that and started to move on, you don't know the pride I got just by getting out of my comfort zone and just learning an instrument and doing something that I never thought I would ever do in my entire life. But it took grit, it took a lot of balls, and it just took patience and time. And that's just with anything. Same way with this Weakness to Warrior journey that I'm on. And I'm trying to promote and get this YouTube business off the ground and, get in the best shape of my life. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's going to be easy in life. But you have to be able to sacrifice. You have to be able to sacrifice comfort. You have to sacrifice, food. Sometimes, again, you're going to be hungry at times. That's just part of the deal. You got to sacrifice. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get rid of all that old crap. You have to kill your old self to become somebody new. You can't keep dragging that stuff from your past. That's why when you people get into new relationships, it always ends up the same. Why? Because you've drug all that stuff from your past into your present. You are not the same person, or you're the same person. You didn't change. All you did was just get into another relationship, and you wonder why your relationships always go to shit or go downhill. Because you haven't changed. You have to change first in order to get to where you're going. So with this story is, you have to find a place where you can get to where you're happy of what you achieved. Like I'm happy and I'm, excited what I achieved. Like when I get up at 5:00 every single morning, I don't have to set my alarm anymore. I don't have to roll out of bed anymore and be like, no, I'm up out of bed. Like at the crack of 5, even before the alarm goes off, I don't hit the snooze button. I get up, I'm full of energy. I started out at like 186. I know 186 isn't that big, but it's big enough that I had freaking Dunlap where I could reach down and grab like a big old fat handfuls of fat. And I wasn't satisfied because I was like, dude, I can't even see my abs. And I was doing ab workouts and then doing ab workouts. And if you have fat covering your abs, you're never going to see them. So you have to take that step. You have to move forward. You have to get to a place where you're fed up with it and you want to change. And when you make that change, you stick with it long enough to see the change and you don't quit, even when you don't see results. There were weeks that I didn't see results on the scale or around my waist. And I freaking wanted to quit, but I didn't. I just trusted myself. I trusted the process. I believed in myself. And here I am now, almost 25 pounds, going on 27, 28 pounds lighter. You know, you don't know the energy I have right now. Like, it's amazing every time I go out and walk in the morning. You don't know the sense of pride when I strap on that weighted vest and my headphones and I'm out walking at 5 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping or hitting their snooze alarm or, you know, doing whatever they're doing at 5 a.m. Most people aren't up at 5 a.m. You know, the majority of the population is not awake at 5 a.m. and sure as hell is not outside walking at 5 a.m. in the dark. And as I walk, my 30 minutes out, my 30 minutes back, I see people driving to work, you know, probably speeding because they're late because they got up late and they're rushing around. No, I'm not late because I got up early enough to freaking go out and do my walks. I have my meal prep. It's all structured. I have everything down. Yes, there's going to be days where I'm off. And you know what? I'm not going to freaking bitch and complain about it because even if I'm off on them days, I'm still going to make up for it somehow, some way. Same way with the harmonic. I'm going to miss notes. I'm going to, you know, overblow or draw or blow when I'm not. Like the warbles, I have a hard time doing warbles. If you don't know what warbles is or trills, it's this. I can't hit them every time, but I keep practicing and practicing and practicing. You'll get better. You'll get there. You just got to have that willingness and wantingness to do it. Like I said, I play the ukulele. I don't play it well, but I still play it. And I haven't played a song yet, but I'm working on the song. And that song is the Beatles, Shake It On Baby, now shake it on baby. And it's getting me out of my comfort zone. Okay? I play every night before I go to bed. I make sure I practice. And I practice and I practice. I practice the chords, you know. It doesn't sound like Shake It On Baby now, but I'm getting there. Before, I was never able to do this. I had to do it finger by finger, and I would do it like a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, sit in my bed, you know, with this thing up at me, looking at it. Now I can almost do the C chord. I still have to look at it though, but the F chord, the G chord, the E chord, the C7 chord, F add 9, D minor, You know, I went to this place. I would always drive by it every day, and it was called The Gathering. It was this place where it said country, folk, and bluegrass, you know. I never had a reason to go there because I didn't play an instrument. So one day I went there. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go there. I went there, and I met the people. And they're like, do you play an instrument? And I'm like, yeah, I play the harmonica, but I'm not very good. because I didn't bring it along because I didn't have enough confidence in me to bring it along. But they said you should go get it. So luckily I only lived like 12 minutes from. So I went home. I got my harmonica, and it was the first time that I ever got up in front of anybody and ever played anything. And I played like Little Drummer Boy and like freaking Oh Susanna. And I was scared to death, but I went up there. Nobody booed me off stage. Even if they did, I wouldn't get off stage anyways. But anyways, I went up there, and after I messed up a couple times, I still kept going on, and they were just so like, they still applauded me and said, even the people behind me that's been there for a while, I've been playing the instruments for years, they're like, you just keep going, you'll get there. Don't worry about it. Come back, practice, come back. And I did. And I kept going back. I'd go up there and play different songs. There are certain songs I can play on the harmonica. I don't even need to freaking look at the sheet note because I have them memorized. Like, it's just so amazing that when you get out of your comfort zone, you start to do new stuff, and you try, and you believe in yourself, and you just keep going forward. So, I mean, I have a bunch of freaking songs in here. Not all of them are memorized, but I try. I try every single day to learn something new. I'm working on a freaking song that's actually like out of my freaking range. Like here. For those you out there, you might remember this. It's going to be crappy, but whatever. And this is what happens when you just believe in yourself and you try. It sounds crappy now, but I'm going to keep practicing until I get it better and get better at it. And that's the mindset you got to have. Weakness to warrior mindset.